get to the garage, first thing we're going to do is make sure all the electrical is out of the way and pulled back. We'll uninstall the parking brake cable, because we want to salvage that for the transmission cable. That thing has to be at least 12-14 feet long, so it'll definitely be long enough to use as a shifting cable. It's definitely strong enough. And then even though the fuel line has already been cut, I want to uninstall the fuel filter, since we'll definitely reuse that once the fuel tank is put back on, and then we can make our cut with our giant electric knife. I'll probably use a Sawzall. I bought 4 new blades for it, 4 8-inch blades for it, so that should be enough to clear everything. And then I believe I have 1 or 2 in the garage, just in case they either go dull or I accidentally hit something, get some kickback, and the blade gets bent. We have the parking brake cable right here. We want to unhook that. On this piece, there's this rivet right here that holds the cable where my screwdriver is pointing at. I'm going to use my grinder, get rid of this rivet. That will release this. I'll be able to take out the parking cable from this hook and hopefully be able to pull it out this way, stick it through the floor and partial firewall that they have there in the corner, and pull this thing back, and then we'll be done. At least with this portion, but that'll at least be step 1. We'll definitely need to go pick up a new screwdriver though. I don't think these are covered under lifetime warranty. I'm going to try to make a cut across like that, and we'll get the parking brake cable out the side of the back. Okay, it's a good thing we didn't need that piece anymore, because that piece will never be the same. Oh my goodness. Almost cut off a little bit too much, but we are good. There, piece of crap. And voila. Okay. Now we just need to feed the parking brake down. The cable is still intact. The collar, the head collar, has, you know, a small little blemish on it, but it'll work fine just the same. And let me remove these metal chunks from my feet. It's the only problem with dry rot. So gotta cut it, and melt it. Got it. That's right. Yep, right there. So I got the grommet still on there. I'll leave that on there just to protect the head. It's also probably still a little warm. Let me set the fire extinguisher aside, but we'll keep it close by just in case we run into any issues, which we won't because that was the only thing I heated up. Let's put this light down here so you can see. Okay. So, these 3 wires here, 4 wires, sorry. Fuel pump, common for the fuel pump, gas gauge, and the common for the gas gauge. These 4 go into the side right here, and there's at least 12 feet of it coiled underneath there. I need to get it through this grommet, another one of those friggin' grommets, right there, and pull it out. That way we can actually cut this. The parking brake is actually hanging from a hanger underneath here too, so we'll need to do that as well. Let me get the camera situated that way you can enjoy my cold floor with me. It is so tight. Let's see what we got. There's some other guys that are on Twitch that are mechanics, and given I have a lot of respect for a lot of mechanics, but if you got a lift, it's like, man, you're on easy street right there compared to the average Joe. And I just got a bunch of rust in my mouth. Compared to the average Joe that's to lay down on the concrete, having a lift saves on your back. It's like what you're trying to look at isn't all up in your face. Much better, jeez. Okay. That stupid thing is off. Okay. Double jack stands, make sure they're underneath where I want it. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna open up the garage, mute the camera, cut this in half. Woo! Man, that is some work right there. Oh man, that thing is smoking. Let's swap it out. I knew it would take 3. Yep, I knew it. It would roll forward, not backward. Son of a gun. That is okay though. We'll let that roll forward. Hopefully it won't go too far. If it goes too far, then I'm gonna run into some trouble. Maybe. Maybe. No, we're good. I can handle that. Well, we gave birth to crap. Holy crap. That was almost more work than it was worth. Whew. At least have a 2 by 7 foot section cut out, so we are good. Shouldn't last or whatever.
A few moments later. 2 hours later. A few moments later.
Give it to me, damn it.
Eventually.
We got it, finally. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was such a big pain. I'm glad I cut this back part off, because if I had to put all this back on, I would be so upset. Just the amount of struggle. We now have space in the garage, which is awesome. As far as today goes, I'm going to spend the rest of the day cutting this up, and then I'll take it to the recycling center, and then once I get OSB configured with Google SketchUp, I'll start streaming some engineering schematics and drawings for how I'm going to build the new frame for the car. And appreciate everyone watching, fam.